Not all cancers are the same. In fact, your birth date reveals something shocking about you. Some cancers are fierce warriors, willing to protect their loved ones at any cost. Others live in a dream world, creating beauty from their emotions. And one type, they are the heart and soul of everyone they meet. Which one are you? Stay till the end, because the last type might just change how you see yourself forever. Have you ever met another Cancer and thought, why do we feel so different? That's because there's not just one type of Cancer, there are 3. Each one ruled by a different celestial force, shaping their emotions, strengths, and deepest desires. Some are the ultimate nurturers, some are guardians of their loved ones, and some, well, they don't even seem real. But before we begin, drop your zodiac sign and birth date in the comments. I'll be reading your comments. Let's see if the stars got you right. There's something about them. The way they look at you, as if they already know what you're feeling before you even speak. Their presence is warm, like the glow of a candle in a dark room. You don't have to ask them for comfort, they just know when you need it. These are the Cancers born between June 21st and July 1st. The first decan, the purest form of Cancer's energy. They are ruled by the moon, and just like the tides, their emotions are pulled by forces unseen. When they love, they do it deeply, completely, without hesitation. Their heart is a sanctuary, a place where people come to rest when the world gets too heavy. If you've ever had a friend who just listens, who holds space for you without judgment, who instinctively knows when you're hurting, you've met a first. But here's what most people don't realize. As much as they care for others, they carry a loneliness no one sees. Because they absorb so much energy from those around them, they need time alone to release it. They're the ones who suddenly disappear from social gatherings, not because they're upset, but because they need to be in their own world for a while. They find peace in the quiet, writing, painting, dreaming. Their creativity is born from their emotions, and their art often feels like a direct reflection of their soul. They don't just experience love, they turn it into poetry. They don't just process pain, they transform it into something beautiful. And yet, for all their softness, they are not weak. There is a quiet resilience in them, an ability to endure life's storms without losing their tenderness. They will fight for the people they love, but they will never fight for attention. They don't need to. If you are one of them, you already know. The feeling of always being there for others, but wondering if anyone truly understands you. The deep emotional intuition that sometimes feels more like a burden than a gift. Do you recognize yourself in this? Or maybe you know someone like this. Because if you do, you know how rare they are. But not all Cancers are the same. Some are not just healers, they are warriors. You don't notice them right away, but once you do, you can't ignore their presence. There's something powerful about them, something unshakable. They don't seek attention, but when they walk into a room, the energy shifts. These are the second decan Cancers, born between July 2nd and July 11th. They are ruled by the moon, yes, but also by Pluto, the planet of transformation, intensity, and raw emotional power. Unlike the first decan Cancers, who offer love like an open hand, these Cancers are the guardians of love. They don't just care for others, they protect them. If you are lucky enough to be in their inner circle, you will never feel alone. They will fight for you, stand up for you, and defend you against anything, sometimes even yourself. But here's the thing they don't trust easily. Their love is earned, not given freely. Once you have their loyalty, they will stand by you through anything. But betray them, and it's over. There are no second chances. They remember everything. Their intuition is different from the first decan Cancers. It's sharper, more focused. They don't just sense emotions, they sense danger. They know when someone is lying before a word is even spoken. They can read between the lines, picking up on what people don't say more than what they do. People often misunderstand them. They think they're cold or distant, but that's not true. They feel things just as deeply, maybe even more so. They just don't show it in the same way. Instead of drowning in emotion, they use it as fuel. They turn heartbreak into strength, pain into resilience. They also value solitude, but not in the same way as the first decan. For them, it's not about recharging, it's about control. Being alone allows them to think, to plan, to prepare. They are always ready for whatever comes next. But despite their toughness, there is a softness underneath, a part of them that longs to be understood, even though they would never admit it. They crave deep connections, but only with those who prove they are worthy. If you know someone like this, you know that they are the ones who will never let you down, the ones who will stand beside you in the hardest times, even when you don't ask them to. Are you the protector Cancer? Or do you know someone who is? Because if you do, you already know they are the kind of people you never want to lose. But there's still one more type of Cancer. And this last one, they don't just feel emotions, they live in a different world entirely. They are the ones who seem lost in thought, their eyes always looking at something beyond the horizon. They are here, but not entirely. There's an air of mystery about them, something that makes you wonder what they're thinking. These are the third decan Cancers, born between July 12th and July 22nd. Ruled by the moon, yes, but also by Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and the subconscious, while the first decan Cancer nurtures, and the second decan Cancer protects, the third decan Cancer dreams. They live in a world of emotions, imagination, and possibilities that others can't even see. They are the poets, the artists, the visionaries. They don't just feel emotions, they create with them. They can take a single moment and turn it into a story that feels like it was pulled from another lifetime. Love, for them, is not just an emotion, it's a universe. They fall in love not just with people, but with places, with memories, with ideas. And sometimes that love is so deep that it hurts. But here's the painful truth about them. They often feel misunderstood. They see the world differently, and not everyone can keep up. Their emotions are vast, their thoughts complex. They are constantly searching for something, though even they might not know what it is. Because of this, they often retreat into their own world. Not because they dislike people, but because the real world is sometimes too harsh for their sensitive hearts. Solitude is not loneliness for them. It is where they go to create, to dream, to escape. Yet, despite their gentleness, they are not weak. They may not fight with their fists like the protectors, but they fight in their own way. They fight for love, for beauty, for meaning. They believe in things that others have long given up on. They are the ones who will write you a letter instead of sending a text. Who will remember the little details about you that even you forget? Who will love you with an intensity that can be overwhelming, but never insincere? If this sounds like you, then you are a dreamer Cancer, and the world needs more of you. So now, the question remains, which one are you? Do you nurture? Do you protect? Or do you dream? Let me know, because understanding yourself is the first step to embracing who you were always meant to be.